Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Awakened Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're new to me, shefaliburns, and I know I never say my name. If you're new to me, new to my show, Awakened Happiness Now, on YouTube, please do subscribe so you can take advantage of all the current shows, all the previous shows, all the shows coming up. If you're here live with us, welcome, welcome. If you're watching on the replay, welcome, welcome. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you these amazing speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their processes, their healings and activations and clearing, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we can all awaken to happiness now. And so today, my dear friend Donna Hill is back with us, and we're going to be talking about self-mastery in times of uncertainty, getting unstuck and getting going. And so some of what we're going to discuss today is moving beyond martyrdom, learning to receive, finding enjoyment in the simpler things of life, understanding soul contracts, deloading your personal catastrophe. I wasn't sure about that, but we'll talk about that. Creating a clear vision for our future. And of course, this whole conversation is a healing transmission. And we're also going to be inviting in Mary Magdalene's teachings to assist each of us addressing individual and collective concerns. So there's going to be healing as well throughout the call. I'm going to be working one-on-one if we have time, and we're going to do a group process as well at the end. That will be rich with light language, singing, toning, and energy work. So it's going to be a full program, and I'm so excited. And so if you don't know Donna, just really quickly, she's been on our show a few times now. She's a multifaceted spiritual practitioner. She's known for her expertise as a divine sequencing master practitioner, soul reader, angelic channel, and a practitioner of light and sound healing. She also holds the distinction of being a divine wisdom code activator. So that's interesting, right? So we're going to talk to Donna in just a little bit. So I'm excited about this show today, about what we're going to be talking about, what we're going to be experiencing. So I do recommend you having some water handy or something to drink, and you might want to take some notes as well. So we will be taking live caller questions, hopefully, possibly, yes, most likely. So if you want to work with Donna one-on-one, you can raise your hand, and we will get to that in just a little bit. So everyone, please join me in welcoming Donna back to the show. Donna, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. See some familiar faces. This is awesome.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So, Donna, last time you were on, we had a powerful show. It was really transformational and high vibe. And like it always is when you come on. And the thing is, when you come on, we always talk about subjects around change, transformation, right? Self mastery. And so today we're talking about self mastery in times of uncertainty. And right now, of course, it's a great time of uncertainty. So, how do we get unstuck and keep going even during these times?
Oh, yes. So this is very interesting. So I began working with the group last night, and there's some other things coming in as well for the group that I want to touch on a little bit later. So yeah, so everyone take a deep breath in through the nose, deep into the belly. This helps me ground as well. So we're all attuning to each other. There we go. So I am here, I am now, I am. Okay, so I've been asked to share a little bit about my journey with people, and some of it I've already shared. So I'm going to tie it into miracles, because this came to me very early this morning and again last night. I saw a dragon flying toward me with an egg. So when dragons offer us eggs, it's usually for us to hatch them and care for the baby, right? And I had this once before. So I do have a dragon. So, but what comes with dragons? Miracles, magic, these kinds of things, right? So this will be infused with dragon energy and also fire, because sometimes we need fire to move forward, right? Not more motivation, not change the thinking. It's fire, right? So something like this. So if people would like to receive a dragon egg, you can imagine or physically hold out both your hands, palms up. and we'll give you a dragon egg to hatch. Right, so this is on the inner plane, so I don't know how long it takes for them to hatch. They just keep the egg warm. It's, yeah. All right, so miracles and self-mastery, and I think they kind of go together along with receiving. So when I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere in Western Canada, and I came in telepathic, and so very difficult to communicate with the folks around me who were pretty unconscious. And so how I attuned into the physical, it wasn't easy, but I felt connected to spirit through the earth, wind, rain, the greenness of the grass, the greenness of the trees. Like these opened my senses, and I knew there was something bigger going on there. So those were my first impressions. And then we had a very traumatic childhood, so I spent quite a lot of my 20s trying to figure that out. So what happened was, so this will also be somewhat of a miracle. I'll tell the story. So I very much didn't want to be in the physical. Some parts of me still don't. But when I was 22, I started having these bliss experiences, and it was opening me up. And I was learning a bit about spirituality, and it was like it was tangible to me. I could taste it, I could smell it, I could feel it. It became part of who I was. Very visceral. So we're tuning in. So everyone just kind of tune in. The sound of my voice, right? It will take you somewhere because I heal with my voice as well. So, and then I was back home partying with my brother, who was 5 years younger than me. I was 22. So this is in 1980s, and we had a motor vehicle accident, a high-speed motor vehicle accident. And I won't tell the details. I've told it before. I think a lot of people are familiar. So, but what happened? It was like 4, 5, 6 seconds done, right? So we were traveling high speed. We hit something I knew we were going to hit. I braced my legs up underneath the dashboard. So I'm very short. So I was crouched down pretty low. Thank goodness, because I still had to brace as hard as I could. And we careened across the road, across a ditch. We were airborne at this point, across a barbed wire fence. They're about 3.5 feet high, and into some saplings, and both of us walked out without any injuries at all. Well, I had a huge bruise on my leg from bracing. It was about 6 inches, pretty, but that was it. And I never thought about it again, except on some level, I wasn't conscious of this at all. I decided to stay. That was my exit point. I decided to stay and play with and learn more about spirituality and about healing. So that's a miracle, right? I feel we switched timelines, the driver and I. It was a very interesting thing. When I went back and examined it, it was like 20 some years later, went back to that area and did some soul retrievals. I understood it a lot better. So that was one miracle in my life. And so we want to open to the possibility of miracles, of things, of your life changing in an instant, of, how would we say, your parameters or your belief systems being blown. All right. So so that you see things in a different way. Because after that accident, I stopped drinking, I stopped partying. I focused more on, my own spiritual growth and my own healing. And it didn't feel conscious, except that that's where the energy took me, right? Like I could taste that. I can still taste that. It's very sensory. It was like this, the manna of the gods kind of thing. So we all have, when we share and we've all had this kind of experience, I feel, as we move in and around and through the group, we're bringing in some energies for all of you. It's opening to the possibilities of miracles. So, and the second one I will maybe share for another time or a little bit later. I feel like that that sets the tone for the group. Also, when I was tuning into the group, even today, I was like, oh, I should ground. Grounding feels a lot different now. And so like my feet feel light. I'm definitely connected into the earth, but it's into a lighter earth. So I don't know if this new earth frequencies or if Gaia has shifted again, over the last, because the shifts are pretty fast. So we invite you into this, we'll call it new earth frequency. So, and it's like a foot activation. So if your feet have been sore in the last while, that's kind of part of it. It's kind of like one of those ascension symptoms. So grounding into the possibility of something new. There we go. All right, good. So I'm just feeling like waves of energy moving. Yeah, it feels good. All right. So now we'll talk a little bit about mastery, and then we'll get back to that a bit. So mastery means I've had quite a lot of challenges in my life. I was very ill for like 10 years, hardly functional, and yet I had to go to work and make money. Right. So part of this is it's just called riding the storm out. This is going to take some time. Right. So just being in allowance as best you can of what's going on. Doesn't mean you have to like it. I certainly wasn't in joy. But I still had this link to this presence of what is that great mystery out there. Right. There we go. So people are moving along with that as well. Riding the storm out. So we give you courage and support in riding the storm out through whatever you're dealing with right now and on into the future. There we go. See, yeah. So, and we want to say as well that everyone's path is sacred and we honor you in it. This is much like Mary Magdalene would say, she honors each soul in the presence, in this now moment, which encompasses all that is, right? So then we can tap into that great mystery. We can move into that space of the space between the thoughts and whatever tuning in, whatever that feels like, looks like, sounds like. And in that place, we have access to all of it. So it's more of a presence. And the more that we can take in these energies of bliss or just flow, or maybe we hear music, the music of the spheres. Maybe we hear it, maybe we feel it. I can definitely feel it. And it may open up new channels as well. So in the flow of bliss, in this flow where we are one, all things are possible. And the more we spend time tapping into these energies, a lot of this sort of residual stuff going on in the lower bodies transmutes and falls away. Because even the intelligence of our body will look for a higher frequency and vibration. So this is also an invitation for each of you to play and be present to your own understanding of what that is, of being in this now moment. And the more we do that and can return to that, the more mastery we have. So it's playing in the energies. And take time every day to do that. It's an invitation. And so the guiding principle in our life is, I believe from my experience, I am soul, I have a higher self, and my soul is directing my little self, Donna Hill, running around on the planet, right? Moving me through some of the changes that I've had to make so that I could have a higher vibration. And for those folks, so initially when I was going to do this, it was around offering our gifts, right? So a little bit of this is around that, and how we help people the most is by doing our own shadow work, because it changes other people as our vibration comes up, even if we're just passing them on the street, right? So I am the gift, you are the gift, we are the gift, we are the miracle. Like, we never know what one little thing can do to shift somebody out in the world as you're, buying your groceries, that kind of thing. So yeah. It feels like a process in and of itself. Yeah. So when the
Yeah,
energies are
absolutely.
quiet, yeah.
I was gonna say, Donna, I know for myself, I just want to just close my eyes and just receive. If I could be lying down, I would be lying down and just receiving. It's beautiful.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah. So learning to receive, that's a big part of mastery. And and when I was going to talk about martyrdom, because that came up for me, and it's like, this reality is so hard, and holding on to all of this. And when I opened to receive, Tatiana, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Around martyrdom, it's if we could just let go a little bit, right? Then because the energies, while they can be very choppy and harsh sometimes, very supportive of change right now. Like, we're being evolved through the process of, whatever's coming off the sun, the flares, the coronal mass ejections, all of this, and it's affecting the earth. And so there's a very physical thing going on, that is, I think, tangible, but it's happening really fast. So we have to stay really present. Hi, Caroline. Yeah, I know my video isn't on today. So I'm incognito. I often feel that because I do weird things, I'm moving my hands around a lot, and my body will shake, and I'll jerk forward, I'll sway, right? Because I'm very kinesthetic. So the energies move me in a lot of different ways, and I'm always active. And right now I'm swaying all over the place. So I think it would be almost a distraction if you were trying to look at me. And I feel a little weird doing it. So this is still my comfort zone, right? Yeah. Thank you, though. So if you have any questions, I had prepared some stuff and we covered it really fast. And why is that? Is because the energies are there to address it in a way that people understand it. And then once you get it, we can move on to the next thing. Because otherwise it's just words and mental concepts and ideas, right? We invite you to have experiences in this, and then you can go away, on your own time, in your own way, and make sense of it in a very natural way, right? This is part of the flow. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we can take some questions, and questions meaning one question, so that we can get as many people their questions answered. So one question, and it's about the question that's specific to you, but also that can help everybody, right? That can be resonant with everybody. So we all have our personal challenges and personal drama going on, but what's a question that you can ask that can be beneficial for all of us, right? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense
So
to me. And so I'd also encourage people to use one or two sentences. I'm tuning into the energy of it. So the story will bring up the energy of it, of course, but it's one sentence will also bring up the story as well. Like what the underlying energy that needs to be addressed behind the story is what we're going for, right? It's more
yeah,
like that.
yeah, absolutely. And so I could be wrong, but I thought in the past that you like talking to people, so you need them to talk. So that's why I was suggesting people raise their hand instead of
Okay,
putting the question in the chat. Does it matter?
doesn't matter. No, I
Okay,
like to get
awesome.
feedback when we're doing really short bits of healing, though, just so I can that I get that people are getting that it's moving, right? Because I can see it move, but sometimes people need a little more. Just
Yeah,
one-on-one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are going to be really short. So these are not personal sessions, folks, right? So Tanya, you want to ask your question? You want to unmute?
I want to unmute. Hello, Donna.
Hi.
Hello, Lara. I'm happy to see you like this.
Hi,
Ah,
Tatiana.
what do I say? It has been very tiring last months, and I feel like my shadow self came out big time. Even to the level that I was surprised, to feel the feelings that I felt and the thoughts I had, and you know, I wasn't happy with myself. Let's say that. So if you can, I don't know, help me a
Well,
little.
what's the
Yes,
question?
my shadows. I don't know if it's something that it's like I feel like it's not me to that
Okay.
extent has been bothering me for the last month. So maybe it's ascension and energies. I have no idea. I just didn't feel well
Okay, so take a deep breath.
emotionally.
Yeah, take a deep breath. So there is something called an ascension flu,
Mm,
right? There is, but that's part of it. So there's, so I'm going to say it's like a negative influence somewhere in there. Let's see if it can be cleared, if we can talk to it, if we can move it. So what happens when the energies make us vulnerable is then there are sort of lower density beings that, try and play with us. Also, the veils are very thin, so you actually may be seeing or sensing some of them. All right, so I am here, I am now, I am.
I'm here. I'm now. I am.
Thank you.
I'm
And
here.
then, all right, so mostly what this is for you is you're going to shift out of that timeline, right? So it's kind of like this is your prod to do that. Now, about 3 weeks ago, the energies were very intense. And it brought up a lot of my own stuff too, right? So we're going to address this, I think, in the group much better, because then we can work with everybody. We want to,
Sure.
if you feel compelled to receive the dragon egg,
Yes,
because
please.
dragons are very protective as well, right? And just the fact that you are being offered and you receive the dragon egg means that, well, it has callings for you and for a lot of us into other mystical realms. Right? Like we've all been in places where it was magical. So, but it's also very protective, and it's an invitation into just greater ease and flow, I feel, especially for you, but also others on the call. And so we'll play with that more. Thank you. Nice to see you again. So
Nice to
Tatiana
see
and
you
I
again,
have,
Donna.
yeah. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Appreciate it. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Lara.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. All right, awesome. We're gonna go to Vivi.
Hi, Donna and Shefali. Thank you so much. This is just feels so wonderful already, Donna, as always with you. It's so good to hear your voice again.
Hi, Vivi.
Hi. I'm just wondering, and it's a similar question, but I know I'm very sensitive, and I'm wondering, how do we know if we are just part of the ascension flu or whatever ongoing, or if I'm doing release as we all do, every day, or if it's something still not yet identified to release? How do we know if it's more work on our part or just continuing the work and it's part, as you're saying, the process?
So that'd be a clear cognizance. What I see for you is you're caught on a loop. Try hard, try hard, try hard, try hard.
Okay.
Give up, not working, drat. Okay, do something else. But I really want it. Try hard, try hard. And when it's something to do with our own evolution, we'll never give up on that. So we need to move beyond that loop. So just take a deep breath and put your hand on your heart. So we're just looking at, right now I can see the loop. I just want to see where that came from. What's that all about? Was that an install? Is that even your stuff? We're just asking some questions. All right. And so if you could stand up, please. And we're going to ask you to take 2 steps back. Right? And what you're doing is you're leaving that loop behind your back. You're stepping back away from it. Okay, wow. Yeah. That brings your power back. Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I
Mhm.
do. Yeah, like I'm a third party.
Okay,
Neutral party.
so now we bring your attention and focus into the place that you moved to. I am here. I am now. I am.
I am.
Forget all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So see, feel, sense, or know in some way that is meaningful to you. Like you can take a flamethrower and torch that out if you want, right?
Okay.
Use your imagination or just allow it to dissolve. Because who'd want to go back to that, whatever that was, right? And just take from the point where you are right now, dissolve it or give it to, bury it in the earth. Give it to Yeshua, right?
Yes.
Decide, let this go now. And then I think, Vivi, that you will be in a place to answer your own question about what was all that jazz, right? So, and as we work with, I'll work with the energy, with the group and do a more of a continuation with that. We want to empower people to move forward through these kinds of stuck points, right? That's the scoop there, my dear. Thank you so much. It's lovely to talk to you again.
You're amazing. I'm so grateful for
Aw.
you. Thank you. And thank you, Shefali. This is wonderful. And wow, going forward, this is great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Vivi.
You're welcome.
And so that process that you just did with Vivi about stepping back out of that loop, is that something that we all could do when we recognize that we're in the loop?
For some people, you need a physical unit, because I don't want to explain too much because she could move
Yeah.
back into it. So,
Yeah.
but I do this with clients sometimes if their energy needs to change direction. So they have a felt sense of moving away from that, whatever that is.
Mhm.
And sometimes we move them, they take 2 steps forward or to the right, and which is moving into the future, things like that. Not everybody
Okay.
needs that, but for Vivi, she's ready to move, like really move with it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Rebecca, you want to unmute?
Hello. Hi, Donna. Hi.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. So, it's the energy is so interesting, isn't it, at the moment? And it's so changing all the time. I was hosting a big retreat at the weekend, and we did a lot of work with the earth energy with Gaia, and also with the heavens and the galactics, and that was beautiful and strong, and I felt very tired afterwards, and it's still sort of in this process of integration. And so I wondered if a general question about integration of fast changing energies, because it seems like we're always in this process of integration at the moment.
Well, sleep. Get good, deep, restful sleep as best you can, right? Is enough sleep as your body needs. Really important, because I feel I integrate while I sleep, because we go unconscious and the body is left to work with the energies and integrate it. So that's part of self-mastery as well, as care for the physical body. So good hydration, I know you do that. And sleep and nutritious food as much as possible. And even bless your food. give thanks. And so I've started to do that as well. Let's appreciate, because I created the food in front of me, and I also have been blessed in the way that I create the food, or all of who I am, right? All of what I create. It's still a blessing, even if it kind of sucks, right? It's like, this is the amazing part of creation that we're a part of, is, oh, look what shows up. Interesting, right?
Great.
Yeah.
And thank you for the dragon's egg. I'm looking forward to seeing what miracle it might have.
Yeah.
No doubt to do with love and self-love.
Lovely. Yeah. So does that answer your question? I feel for you, and for a lot of us, we just look tired. It's like, oh my God, I'm dragged out, right? So when I go in and out of that, so it's, if you feel tired, sleep. I mean, you rejuvenate that way the fastest. And listen to, 432 hertz, something like that. There's some nice relaxing recordings. Breathe deep into the belly, long, slow exhales out the mouth. About 3 weeks ago, when the energy was so choppy, I just kept going into anxiety, and I'd be sitting, and so I start the breath work, and it would help. But it was bringing up underlying issues, which I also had to work with. But it was the breath that got me back focused and, back in my body and consciously aware of what was going on. So breath deep, because you don't want to go into fight or flight. Right? My body really wanted to go into fight or flight, and I just kept bringing it back. And you can do that with the breath. And that's a very, very basic tool, and it's a self-mastery tool too. Yeah.
Yes. No, breath work. We did some at the retreat. It was amazing. But as you say, all this work brings up issues, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah. You have to flow with it. You just allow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for all your assistance.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Right. So
Thank you, Rebecca.
we're just clearing a bit for Rebecca, just she was ready right at the end there to move some stuff. So that's awesome.
Great. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna go to Kay. Kay, you want to unmute?
Hi, yes. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
My question, I have been feeling kind of antsy since like February. It's like I came back from a long trip and I was in Europe, and I just haven't felt like I wanted to be here since, I mean, I'm not in physical, but where I am in the US since I've been back, but I'm not clear on the next phase, anything. So kind of a question about movement, which seems to be coming up today.
Yeah. So as soon as you said antsy, I felt excitement.
Oh,
Right? Yeah. So there's something trying to light a fire under your bum.
yeah.
It's like, so there's this anticipation that I think your body is really resonating with, right? That's when we have this nervous energy a lot of, for you, not for everybody,
Yeah.
but for you, it's like, yeah, there's a movement coming up, but I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, it's like that. So we can clear the way for you to have more insight and understanding. I'm going to speak some light language for you. And for anyone, if you want to think about something that's in your field that's stumping you a little bit. So we're going to speak for Kay into your third eye, and we're going to ask for clarity. So big deep breath, long slow exhale. Already, oh my God, it's so powerful and wonderful. And the kishe, olele kishe kaku, ambegaku, alalale keke, yep. And moving right, like I'm leaning right, far right, like you're ready to move forward. Movement into the future. So this is very wonderful and powerful. All right, so back to center. I am here, I am now, I am. I'm going to work with that lower chakra just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, so, and a little bit more light language, and that's more into the solar plexus. Halalo, 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 halalilo kokoe, halalalo kokoe, shididuku. So in that, I saw, it's like your consciousness is just going through and picking different energies, different tools, different things, and integrating in. Right now, it feels very light. It feels very even joyful, right? And then the solar plexus. So, and we can play with this more in the group process. This is really, this is interesting. So I won't get into my whole story, but I knew when I lived in Calgary, I lived there for 25 years. I absolutely loved living there. And I knew it was time to leave. That was coming up, and I resisted so much that I actually crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Right. So we want to open that up for you so that you get the insights that you need. So we would say like the instruction from your high self to the information, energies, synchronicities, all that's needed to help you understand. So teaching you in ways that are right for you, there we go. In your right timing with grace and ease, right? So that you get it, because our high selves, our souls, always speak to us in the type of metaphor that we understand. And that's specific to each one of us. It's going to feel right. It's going to look right. It's going to sound right. You're going to know it. You're going to see it. It's going to make sense, right? Because you got lots of fire. Trying to stick you. Like I just see it's like fire ants under your bottom, right? Like they're going to bite you until you move, kind of thing, right? So antsy. And you can also, I mean, for fun, look up ant totem. Because ants, I mean, that's a pretty specific word.
Yes, that's true.
What do ants bring to us? And we can play with that. Right. And then we have also dragon fire involved with this as well. So that's fun, right? But it's like I feel a lot of excitement for you, even joy around this for you. So then it's opening up to that. Because it's in there. Right. And this will, as we do the group process, this will move you forward as well. This will help.
Thank
And
you.
get it,
Yeah, my
yeah.
forehead. I feel a lot of heat, not in a bad way, like a fever, but a topical heat on my whole forehead. So that really straight. It's like I don't know how to describe it. Like my skin is tight, and it opened my forehead. So I have a real physical reaction from that. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Heat is a quickening. Like lately, I've been having heat again, I think, because I'm getting into more of my core issues as well that need to be cleared. So then it comes through as heat. It's an indicator of movement again, too, of change. So that's awesome. Good for you. And thank you. Thank you for bringing this forward for everyone, right? Because we all benefit from this. Yeah, and everyone. And this is
Absolutely.
especially, yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
especially
you, Kay.
significant for this group. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, we're gonna go to Jay. Jay, you want to unmute? I'm gonna take some questions from the chat too. Don't worry.
Okay.
I haven't forgotten.
Hi, Donna. Well, you sound so relaxed. It's nice to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you.
I have this combination, mainly, I guess, martyr or martyrdom, victim, and lack of progress, and quite uninspired to move. But there's part of me that keeps, putting one foot in front of the other, but not at a rate that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so take a deep breath in through the nose and deep into the belly. Long, so exhale. So martyrdom can come from a lot of different things, right? Because it's actually, it's like a life stance. There we go. All right, so moving into that place of martyrdom, and what does that mean to you? So everything sucks. Is it kind of
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm an eternal victim, right? Yuck.
Well,
Oh.
I had two narcissistic, malignant narcissistic parents and two sisters that followed with it. So it was not a good environment to be in.
Yeah. Yep. So I was wondering if there was trauma involved. Okay. So we want to be
Bunches,
really
yes.
gentle with people who have trauma, right? Because it's a, what would we say? This is part of your sacred journey. My mother was the martyr in the trauma of my childhood, and I still, when it comes up, it's still related to her, right? So, and it feels female. I mean, I think our wounded females, especially throughout many incarnations, take that on in some way. So you not so much. No, this is interesting. So a male martyr then has to do more with, this is very interesting. This will help the collective a lot and will help men especially evolve right now, because a lot of men are really stuck. So I can't say more to it than that. I would invite you, if you can, is to book my, work with me one-on-one, and we'll get more to the root of that, because it feels really big and it feels really, really important. I can't tell you how important the gifts of what this is for you. That feels huge and amazing and powerful.
It's never felt like a gift, but I get what you say.
It's what's buried underneath that I can feel and sense, right? I know, I get it. It's like, it's hard. But underneath all of that, we're still this divine spark of the eternal oneness, right? Oh, that's an interesting bunch of words, Donna, right? But it's like at the very core of who we are, and that's where we want to be. That is who we are. And when we tap into that, and dragon energy will help with that as well. We tap into that, that's when things start moving for each and every one of us. Does that make sense, or does that help at all?
I see a glimmer of hope. I just kind of distracted with I guess my birthday is the Chinese symbol of the dragon.
Well, I love that. Okay, so we're going to do some clearing out of your head, basically, right now. Okay, so if you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't sense it, what's going on, right? Like that's martyrdom. It shuts you down almost completely. So we're going to speak some light language into that for you, Jay. So divine remembering of who you are. So there's a lot of generational stuff, right? And most of it not yours. It's just been passed down, and that can be cleared out fairly easily because it's not yours. You didn't create that, right? It just happens to be in your field, in your genetics, because you had the parents that you had. That will make a big difference. And then with you and with anyone who's really stuck like this, we want to create a compelling future, right? So that glimmer of hope, we want to make that into, we want to invite you into a bigger space of, what brings you joy. And that's the key. And also as part of self-mastery too, is as a martyr, I never allowed myself to experience joy or excitement or curiosity. Well, some, but I was still slogging along, right? So, and you have all that in you. I mean, if you're still here, you're still breathing in and out on this planet, then you have marvelous gifts to pull forward. Once we get beyond this energetic heaviness, it's all energy at this point.
There's one thing that brings me joy is doing a visioning process for people. I have done it for over 30 years, and I just can't make it into a business. It's just, I felt so blocked with it. But that
Yeah,
absolutely gives me absolute joy.
that's beautiful. Yeah. And it's service then too. You help others, right? That's a
Right.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Right. So we have lots to work with there in terms of, like if you've created that, then you have lots of tools and skills and energies to bring it so that you have more access to your own gifts.
Mhm.
That's how we could say. So when the energies are moving, I'm still seeing them move. So, and we'll play with that with the group process as well. Yeah. So
I've tried to develop my intuition. I'm so blocked as this. Can you see? It's probably quite obvious to you why this isn't moving.
not super obvious. How did you create the thing that you offer people? That's where your intuition lies. So I think you're more of a feeler, maybe, but it's not really
Well,
clear.
no one in my family was a feeler, so I was
Yeah.
the scapegoat of the family, and
Right.
I took what they did to me and I turned it around from a negative to a positive.
Yeah. That's mastery right there for sure. Yeah. So this is a year of completions. In many respects, for a lot of us, we're clearing out the last of our core issues around this. So yeah, too big to work with right in, in a little clip, but again, we're doing a pretty powerful group process coming up, I think, that will help everybody move forward. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Let's see. So I was going to go to the question in the chat is Catherine, but Catherine's here on video. So Catherine, you want to unmute? I think that's you that's asking the question about time. And I have to say, just about time really quickly, I got a message today from somebody, happy Tuesday. I'm like, it's Wednesday. And then I sent a message to somebody for Friday and I said, see you tomorrow. I'm like, oh my God, what day is it? Where am I?
Yeah.
All right, so Catherine had a question. Go ahead, Catherine.
Hi, and that is
Hi.
really my question. I have been experiencing time very differently for several months, I think. It seems to stretch out depending on what I'm doing, or almost be compressed. I have breakfast and then suddenly I'm going back to bed. And what has happened during the day, it's like it slips away from me. I know I did things. Sometimes I keep a list, but it seems wavy, or I'm not sure how to describe it. But if you have any insight into time shifting or something like that, that would be wonderful.
So this is more like about 2 or 3 years ago. My guide said, I forget the exact language now. So we're recalibrating time, something about that. And I actually saw, because in the physical universes, there actually is a sort of technology. It's an energetic mechanism that is time, that moves us through time space in such a way that our consciousness, it's complex, but I saw it. And what's happening is we're being invited in a lot of different areas, I feel, as well. And we're moving into this space of even the void, like more expansive. And so then what happens is we have to try and make sense of that in a conscious way. Because time is very 3 and 4D, time, space, linear, logical, all of this, get from point A to point B. And we're being invited out of this and into the now moment. It's more like that. But it can feel very freaky, like a day can be gone. And then I think February felt like that month dragged on forever for me, for whatever reason. Yeah. And so it's our bizarre new normal, I think, really. And it helps us. So if they, whoever they are, I think there's benevolent beings that are here to assist us. If they take away our concept of time, then we have to live now. And gradually, I think that's what's doing, is we just come more into the flow. So we're all being evolved naturally anyway, right? I think that's really part of this whole thing. Yeah. Does that help?
Absolutely. Yeah. Just even knowing that it's not just my perception, that that I'm not alone in feeling the oddness of it all. So thank you. That was really great.
Oh, you're welcome. And things will feel odd in a lot of different ways as well. It's bizarre is the new normal for sure.
And definitely not alone. Definitely not alone for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Yeah.
There's a question from Ina in the chat. She said, when I slow down to meditate, quite often my legs jerk involuntarily. Totally normal,
Good.
Ina.
Yeah.
Exactly. When she said, what gift is this? So I'm glad you're asking what gift is this instead of saying what's wrong with me. So that's wonderful. But go ahead, Donna.
Um, that's an interesting question. So pay attention to what's going on when it jerks, because there's where the answer is.
And really, it's just energy movement, energy moving through your body, right? So when you're, I'm sorry, Donna, I'm just going to interrupt for a quick second. When you are slowing down to meditate, you're shifting energies, right? You're shifting states, and so the energy is just shifting and moving as well. It's good actually. So
Yeah.
it's I would not worry about it. It's a good thing. So energy is being released from those places where it was stuck before in the other state, and now you're in the meditation state, so you're more relaxed. It's also a form of the body relaxing, but it's more of the energy moving through your body.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, and the other thing too is maybe magnesium bisglycinate. So if you're having some muscle fatigue or things like that, that's a very nice. But yeah, if you want to know specifically what it is, then tune into, oh, my leg just jerked. What's going on there? Your body will tell you, hey, knee, right?
Exactly.
What's all that about?
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens during sleep as well. Sure. Yeah. Happens to all of
Yeah.
us, right? All, from different times. And it's when in the sleep time, sometimes it's more like, and this has happened to me many times where it's like I'm up somewhere and I come back down to being present, and it's like I land on the bed, kind of thing. My energy lands back, right? So
Yeah.
that's a bit more extreme, but it's and at nighttime sometimes my legs will twitch, but that could be calcium is a good thing for that too. So see if you have enough, if you're taking enough calcium for sure.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
again, it's just energy moving. Yeah. So I'm glad you asked that question, Ina, because sometimes people don't realize that that's all it is. It's nothing serious. Nothing to worry about. And it's about allowing your body to be in flow and allowing your energies to flow, and just grounding more even can help as well.
I also wanted to
Right.
add in, so like there are some kind of weird ascension symptoms that go along. So the body jerking, we also stomach gurgling, yawning. What
Yeah.
else? There's lots of different ones. And then and also I wanted to mention some of the weirder sort of ascension symptoms, which are if you feel like there's been cold water splashed on your legs or any part of your body, but it's not wet, like that is, it's like the nervous system being upgraded. Or
Okay.
I had this one where my ears were leaking a clear fluid, but it wasn't thick like, it wasn't as thin as water and it wasn't thick as earwax, and it was clear, and that happened a few times. And a lot of people had that. And and enhanced ringing in the ears, that is very much, I feel, messages from the other side or from your guidance. So when there's more enhanced ringing than that, I had so much ringing, 3 weeks ago, it was like I give up. I can't figure out what it is at all. But obviously, well, obvious to me, maybe not so obvious, but that there was, we're moving into other dimensions for sure. And so I was
Yeah.
hearing them. Yeah.
And sometimes it's downloads of energies and frequencies and packets of information that they're sending down as well. So sometimes it's not for us to understand on the conscious level, but the information is there, and then we'll get it eventually. That's what I think too. Okay, we're going to go to Casey quickly. So we just have a few more. We're going to do them quickly so that we can have enough time for the process. So Casey, you want to unmute?
Yes, thank you. Thank you both. It's a pleasure to meet you, Donna.
Oh,
Been
hi, Casey.
enjoying all the energy and guidance so far. Okay, I want to say I relate to people with the ruts. I've been in a rut and I feel like I'm getting worse. I know that I do a lot of work, but I vary between that and I know of not wanting to be here. I feel like I'm rebelling. I've had a lot of extra health issues come up this year and other problems with like agencies.
So
that-
Casey, I'm going to stop you for a second. Can you just pick one thing that you would
Oh,
like
yeah, I'm sorry.
information on?
I just wanted to give a little background because I would say, do you have any insight about that? And I'm thinking, have I been cursed or have entities in me, around me, and in this apartment? I feel like a lot of my problems have stemmed since I moved in many, many years ago and I've done so many clearings, supposedly, but I don't know if it's enough. So I wonder what
Okay.
you
So what is the city that you live in or someplace close to that?
Manhattan.
Okay, oh,
Or-
well, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karmically, that's a pretty dense, we would say dense. Yeah. All right, so short of moving, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on there with that. Let's see, can ask I'm going to speak some light language into that specifically for you. I'm not going anywhere. So that's the stuck. It's like no, it's a big no there. So what I would do, Casey, and for everyone on the call, is we're going to clear the genealogy. Right? Because it's coming up as I've had it. This is, I've had it. I've absolutely had it with this. Right? And so, and I'm still working through some of my, I don't want to be here. So I totally get it. Right? And so then we end up in places where we stay stuck. Right? Energetically. There's that. So in that second chakra, I'm seeing just moving a little bit too. Right? So everything sucks, right? So get into that as like, bleh, right? All of that. And we just want to see what's going to lighten up for you. So every time we align people back into their, so right now it's Christ consciousness. We're going to bring in some Christ consciousness for you. The ultimate mirror really in us. And okay, there we go. Shambeke kisho gogoe tutuku, shambeke kishe lalolo, shamba alalolo keke, ambaga goshana. So it goes way back, way back. Tindi kishe gegue kukusho, shenede kukugesho. So we could, all right, so I'll take a few notes. Want to clear family curses too? That's coming up for you. Right, we're going to do that for everybody. Yeah. That's a big one for you right now. And that's second chakra. That's relating to people, relating to environments, right? Like we relate to even nature, we're always in relationship with something else in the physical, right? That's how we understand. That's how time space works. Right. So Richard Bartlett had a pretty interesting, it's called the 2 points. So everything, this is 1 point and this is another. And when these two connect, they'll collapse. Right. It's a very, but it's always 2 points. So my consciousness is here. If I'm perceiving in time space, there's something there that I'm interacting with, that I'm in relationship with, or we could say quantum entanglement. Right? It's like that. So when you've had all these filters and blinders and things that are coming through the genealogy for you. Does that make sense? Because we're going to work with that with everybody.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
So stay
lovely,
tuned
all
for the process, okay?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. It was beautiful. all of it.
Good. Good, good, good. All right, Stella, you want to unmute? You need to unmute. There you go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hello.
Cheryl. Hello, Donna. I very happy you chose me. I am a very energetic person and always doing. But I am telling you, today I can't even get up of the bed. My back is, the whole back hurts, my neck, my shoulder hurts. I have no energy.
Mhm.
I don't know what hit me. Yesterday, I was a good Samaritan. I went to see two people in the hospital. So I drove like
There
a,
you go. That's what happened.
and I am
Exactly.
just completely, I can't even get out of the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. Did
So you
you
took on all their
protect yourself,
energy.
shield yourself before you went to the hospital?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead,
So
Donna.
so it's more about just clearing out that energy, right? So as empaths, we naturally do that if we care about people, as we take on their stuff. So, and then just clear it. So, and we'll be doing that in the group as we're clearing everything that we took on, you know, in this or any other time, space, dimension, right? And you'll feel lighter, right? I have to do that often too. I'm not a big, not big on protection so much. I'm more into alignment. But protection, if you want to go with that route, is dragon very powerful protectors. Very powerful. And help keep you present as well. Dragon energy will do that for you.
Okay.
It's like for people who want to come into their power, dragon energy is
Call in dragon energy, or how do I do that? I don't know.
yeah. And so for
Just
each of us,
call
I
it
don't know
in.
if you
Just call it in, Stella. It doesn't have to be complicated.
I
Imagine, sense, perceive, feel what it would be like, and just call it in.
okay, and that's all you see for me. That's nothing attacking me or anything.
no, you just took on a bunch of stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
Right. So, but in terms of yeah, I would chant the holy, for you especially, I would chant the holy names of God. However you, so you, and when you call the masters, they appear. So you can sing Yeshua, 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 right? Or
You are,
Mary,
yes,
right?
you. Okay.
So, and just, I invite the highest. So we always ask for the highest. I invite you here to be with me, right? What can I learn from this that I'm understanding? Because I think for you especially, it feels like you have a higher calling, right? That you're not even aware of, that you're not utilizing even, right?
I know I have to. Well, I do already. I do a lot of. I'm a massage therapist, but I'm also a medical intuitive.
Mhm.
Have a lot of people right now. You know, like you say, everybody's going through a lot of suffering.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I really get into trying to tell. I have a little girl that is pregnant, and she met a guy 2 months ago, and she was using drugs. Oh my God! So I'm into her so that she will not
wow,
get any drugs, so this baby is not druggy.
yeah,
So
it's very heavy, yeah.
very,
So what, you'll be more effective if you learn how to clear, you know, keep your boundaries clear when you work with people. That's pretty critical, right?
oh,
Because you have a lot of gifts. Stay really grounded as
oh,
well, right? Like, because it's like we can still care and not take on their stuff. You know
okay,
what I mean? Like
right,
that for you, that's a very important practice. You are
oh,
over there and I am over here, right? However you do that, but figure out those boundaries for you.
okay,
Because we actually can help people better if we're detached from what's going on, as opposed to getting involved in their energies.
right,
So
right,
learn to do it from observer as opposed to being in rapport with someone. Because if
oh,
you're in rapport with someone, and empaths do that naturally, you will take on their stuff,
oh,
right? So, and it's called pacing, but we do it naturally, right? And part of why we did it naturally is because we had to be, this is for Jay as well, is because we had to be invisible in the environment. right? So how to be invisible? It's to pace everybody else, to be exactly how they are.
Okay.
Right? So that's kind of answering his question a little bit too. But for you, it's boundaries. Yeah, learn boundaries in
Okay.
whatever way feels right for you. Yeah, and do clearings until you. Oh, and here's another one too. It's called flower essence. It's yarrow flower essence.
Yarrow?
Yarrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's pink, yellow, and white. Very
Uh-huh.
protective. And just take a couple drops under the tongue 3 or
Okay.
4 times a day. Take as directed. It's you take it like a homeopathic. I could go to crowded malls when I was in my most sensitive state and take yarrow, and I'd have an enjoyable time. You know, just nothing. None of the energies, a packed mall full of people, none of those energies affected me when I took yarrow. So you can play with that too.
I'm
Yarrow
going
flower essence.
essence. I will go and get it.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon probably.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I think I bought mine there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Blessings for both of you.
Thank you. Yeah, so
Thank you,
lots of
Stella.
process work already.
Thank you. I'm going to go to Francesca and then Sarah really quickly so that we have time for you both. Francesca, you want to unmute?
I really feel, hi, I really feel at this time that people will get more out of the group than out of, but I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, well, there's just 2 more people left, so we'll just do them.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a quick question of what is this discord that I've had it for most of my life, but the discord between me and my second chakra digestive system. It's like that's
Yeah.
like it's a separate entity from me, and there's always something going on. So what do you
Oh,
see?
wow. Discarnate energy. So there's like a baby attached to you, right? So, okay, so we'll just speak into that a little bit. For you and anyone else. So sometimes
Baby
this could
beings.
be past life or whatever, but it's like a younger soul has attached to you, right? So and we'll just help them on their way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's can you feel that?
Giving a good burp, wants to come up.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, and we also ask that at a soul level, you have complete understanding of that situation or whatever that was all about, so you don't have to repeat it. There we go.
Yeah. Oh,
And so that will continue to move in the group process. Yeah.
thank you. Oh.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Francesca. I'm going to go to Sarah.
Hello. My
Yeah,
question, hi. We worked together once. I
I
remember.
remember you. Yeah.
I feel like there's some little block going on. Well, big little. Maybe first chakra, maybe second. I also have digestive stuff, just lost a lot of weight without meaning to. So just wondered if you saw any blocks, especially first chakra. Thank you. Or anything else.
So take a deep breath in through the nose, deep into the belly. Ooh. It's very interesting. Okay. One more, please. Sometimes information for the group comes through, right? So this is a very transcendent group right now. I really pulled you into a different space-time. All right, so for you, we're going to speak some light language for clarity. Oh, all right, so that was a shift. There was an awareness there. So we're going to ask for compassion And it's coming in through the third eye, through the forehead there. And this is Mother Mary. I'm going to sing a little bit of this. It's like a soul song. I just want to bring that in because she has wisdom for you. And of course, for you and everyone, unconditional love. Okay. So hand on the heart. If you prefer, shum, hey, ogogoe, ololo kuku ashofe, o alalalo, berekeo, laleko, bereku, lelelelele, lo, da, da, I feel there's a life review coming up for you. That's what's looking like. It's coming.
My.
So this, because it's a year of completions, we often do like just light review or life reviews and light reviews, I guess, too. And just take a look at where we've come and where we're going. And if we're finished our spiritual agreements, then we can create more joy and fun and laughter because we're basically our work is done. So then we become free spirits, right? And so we all, I think, who are we're moving through this ascension and this is our last incarnation, that is, a pretty big theme for a lot of us. And we can do a life review at any time. We don't have to be, we don't have to do it after death. Yeah. And I know you know that, like you're very in tune with all of that, right? Yeah. And so, and then stay tuned for the group process, because I think it will help move a lot of that as well. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny because somebody just posted on Facebook a documentary. I was in hair back when I was 20, so 52
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago. And there were all these pictures, video of me at 20. And yeah, that was really making me think. But I do that life review all the time. Thank you so much. And I
Okay,
have
cool.
also experienced that wetness several times lately. There's no water here. Why do I feel wet? Thank you so much. So much gratitude.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Lots of
Awesome.
love.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, let me just check something quickly. So we are going to do the process in just a minute for everyone. So even if I didn't get to your question, just keep your question in mind for the process. But before that, I just want to quickly talk about the package that Donna has for us today. Hold on one second. So you should be able to see my screen. So Donna has a package of 10 recordings plus a personal session with Donna. So Donna, you want to just talk a little bit about the recordings, what they're for, and then of course your personal session.
So the recordings, this is a lot of singing and toning and light language. So if you feel called to that kind of work, it goes very fast and quite deep. And so, and you can see like the times, and if you feel you're in stress, we can work with a deep healing one. And then the DNA upgrade, that just helps attune you back to your own soul blueprint, right? And very activating as well. So, and then listen if you feel stressed. So that's more about clarity and clear communication. Oh, I just did a bunch of these and then wrote a bunch of stuff about them. So I don't remember too much about these ones. They're all pretty powerful. I was working with some of them as well because I always listen back. Clarity and next steps. That's a really good one for people who feel a little bit stuck, is we want to come back to clarity. Yes, I do this often. It's like, what's going on here? Okay, opening to receive, that's a big one for us. I think, and mostly women, it's like we give. We have to learn how to be in balance. Strengthening your physical body, we have to have a strong foundation in order to, and we have to come into our body, right, to be present in it as well. That's what ascension is. It's not going out, it's not escaping. It's more about coming back into the truth of who we are in our physical. All right. Oh yeah, Mary Magdalene. So this was a very short, it's singing and toning and light language. And I didn't write anything about it because I wanted people to have their own experience with her. And I am still making sense of that connection that I have with her as well. Right. So we're all in this. If you feel called to Mary Magdalene at all, we're all in this exploration together, because she's very powerfully present on the planet. Has been, like, she called me right now. It's very interesting, with a lot of love, but immediacy as well. So, okay, and attracting soul family. So how do we get through these times? It's part of that is to call in those folks that get us. Because so many of us are like, I don't relate to anybody. I don't want to talk about that movie or this, I want to talk about some real things in life, what's going on, So our soul family will get us. That, will resonate, we'll have an understanding. A lot of times we don't have to communicate with language. Call in your soul family. And they could come in as customers and clients as well. Like if you're someone who's offering your gifts, this is a really nice one. So, but I feel really that we need to strengthen and be part of who we are first before we offer more, because otherwise we become dish rags, right? Okay, and then so I was offering a 1.5 hour session because we integrate as we go. So we can go deep and then we can integrate into the body, right? So we clear the cellular memory in the body. So we go into the organs and tissues and muscles a lot of times, right? So because when we make a change, it has to make sense, but it has to feel and look right as well. So, and however that process is for you, it's coming back into your body to be present to the new changes, right? And then we step into a new direction. So there's that. And sometimes for people, like I think I offered this before. One lady, it was like, okay, that's enough now after 45 minutes. And she needed some time to integrate, because to go beyond that length of time would start unraveling the things that we'd accomplished. So we broke it up into 2 sessions. And that can happen. And or, if it's an hour session and there's still half an hour over, we can figure out, how to work with that as well. So this is tuned to you. So in these sessions, we create sacred space, and I would say, transparent. I'm very transparent. So we want to discuss what you want to create, and we talk about the direction you want to go in. And if I see that it could be going in a different direction, or the energy is up in a different area, then we will talk about that, and it'll be your choice to move in this other direction that I may be seeing a little more strongly, or we can continue, with what you've decided you wanted to conquer. Conquer is an interesting word, but anyway, to resolve, to transmute, that kind of thing. So, and it's non-confrontational. I'm very supportive because I've been through so much of this stuff too, like I get it. Yeah, and so because I work for you, if you hire me to help you, then I work for you. So, but we partner and work together as well. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
then,
So, go ahead.
yeah. And I was just going to say, I have quite a lot of tools because I've been at this for like 4 decades, something like that. So we can work with crystals if that's your calling. I've done theta healing. It's been very effective for me. Also body talk. I have my own modalities and ways of working as well. I'm familiar with a lot of different other modalities that I pull in from time to time, and other theoretical models. I don't so much, like, I'm not a modality practitioner. The best theory is no theory, right? Because we want to move from this space of oneness, or in the flow, or, now moment, the quantum. There's lots of ways, source field, lots of what we want to work from that place. And then the changes automatically evolve out of that. Your system just goes, oh yeah, right?
Yeah,
I'm in
absolutely.
for that. Yeah.
So that's Donna's package. There's also some wonderful testimonials and feedback from people who have worked with Donna. You can check out on the page, and yeah, lots of them. There are lots of them there.
Oh, my
And then there's a
goodness, yeah.
fuller bio. There's a fuller bio of Donna, so you can see more about how she works. And again, the package is the 8 recordings, 2 bonus recordings, and the 1.5 hours personal session with Donna, which can be broken up. And it's for $267, and a payment plan is available. Of course, if you are an Inner Circle member, VIP, or free, please use your gift code as well. Okay. So please do take advantage of this offer to work with Donna. I'm just going to check my chat. Sarah says, I felt the song you just sent me in my heart, and then it spread through my torso and arms. Nice. Catherine says, I did several sessions with Donna last year. Truly life-changing. Oh, nice. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and do the group process.
So how much time do we actually have, Shefali, now? Is it like 7 minutes, or can we go a little bit
No.
over?
You can go a little bit over, that's fine. Yep.
Maybe 5 minutes? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
as long, I mean, not half an hour.
Right, no. This group has done so much work already, just in our interactions, and because we're present here with each other, we're sharing keys and codes already. So it's almost like we don't need a group process in some respects, but we'll do one. So we
That's always
invite,
nice. Yeah.
yeah. So we invite you into this place, this sacred place where Mary Magdalene is with us and Yeshua is with us. And we see, feel, sense, and or know that there is a beautiful violet flame around this circle. And it's transmutative, so it's just clearing out whatever's going on. Gently, but definitely awareness of it. Okay, so everyone, we'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, and out through the mouth. Long, slow exhales. And second breath as you're ready. Lo 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 kokoge shikiki. Umbepalalala tonge. Tongukuge shi. Oh la la lo kokoge. There we go. And then third breath as you're ready. Ooh. There's a lot of light energy coming in. Deep into your belly. Long, slow exhales out your mouth. Okay, so this is definitely a new earth frequency or vibration coming through for each of us. So imagine that you are holding out your hands, palms up. We're bringing in a beautiful energy. It's like a gentle, soft summer rain. And it's drenching you. It's drenching all of who you are on all levels. Through time, dimension, space, reality. And big, deep breaths. So we just allow. And we receive. You can say, I receive. I am here. I am now. I am. I am love. I am loved. Banana coco esha venerique. Oh la 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 coco esha kiki. Oh, bada coco eh. Oh la la la. Umbere, 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 umbere. So everyone that I've worked with, and everyone that has something they would like more clarity on, just bring that to your conscious awareness. You put your hand on your heart. And we'll clear the genealogy as much as possible. We're going to clear family curses. Canceling and clearing all agreements that are no longer binding. And any place in your body where they are influencing. Right, so lower back. Right. So when the energies come in, I get giggly. So we're asking for more insight, understanding. We're going to ask for the divine mirror of who we are to come in and be present with us as a being. And it could be Mary Magdalene, or it could be Yeshua, or it could be any of the other beautiful, high vibrational, benevolent beings. So we invite you at this time to meet with the divine being that's come to you. There we go. And look into that being's eyes. And who do you see? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you sense? We, yeah, aren't you amazing? I am lovable. I am love. I'm unconditionally loved. I receive love. I give love. Soaking in the truth of this divine mirror, this beautiful being before you. So in all that stuckness, I'm just going to shine a light on that. And what does this divine being say about that? What is the process of movement that is your next step through that? So we bring again clarity and understanding. Sometimes we have to ask in many different ways. Looking at different angles. Big deep breath. And all is well. So we're going to bring in all those ascension keys and codes that are for you. So open you up so that you have access to this new information. It's upgrades of the body, really, a lot of it. More light and sound, mostly more light. So I agree to be lighter. There we go. Then we invite in dragon into this place, or many baby dragons even. I see a lot of them want to come and play. So if you feel called, because dragons will teach you magic. So the magic of an aha, so I got it now. Or the magic of running into someone on the street and you have this most amazing conversation. The magic of meaningful coincidences. There we go. And opening our heart to receiving that. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be. Doing exactly what we're meant to be doing. All is well. Mbara koko ko shove koki olololo koko. Mbara kiki kishi kiku e olololo koko e. Ooh, divine remembering of who we are. In this most magical of spaces with these most amazing beings. of which we are one. And basking in the truth of that. So tuning into your body now, aware of tingles and jerks and stomach growlings and yawns, maybe cracks, maybe your neck will crack. So we want to move into the body now and integrate a little bit of this. So allow your body to respond to these higher frequencies. I allow. So in moving just briefly through the feet, through the ankles, through the knees, up into the hips, up into the base chakra, second chakra, into the solar plexus. So all cellular memory, atoms, molecules, yes, and say yes. It's the time of yes. All feels very yes. Moving into the chest area, the heart. So we're clearing, aligning, rebalancing the chakras. I allow. I receive. And back of the neck, top of the head, ears, ears, jaw joint. Right? So we just allow all these beautiful energies into these spaces in our bodies that need a little bit of alignment. There we go. All right. And then as we are ready, so we see this energy coming to completion. So we're dissolving the last of whatever's needed to be resolved at this point. And so we bring these energies now into your future to continue balancing and clearing, bringing you insights and clarity and understanding. There we go. Attuning into this now moment. Aware now of your body, feeling better. So becoming aware of the sound of my voice. Now becoming aware of your environment. Aware of your body. Aware of the breath at the tip of your nose. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. So right here, right now, present and aware and awake and attuned. So we thank all those beings who have been present with us. Yeshua and Mary Magdalene and Dragon and the purple flame, the violet flame. So as you are ready, you can come into this now moment and take a deep breath. Thank you.
So thank you, thank you, thank you. How's everyone doing? Has everyone come back? Is the question. Wow, that was so powerful looking into the eyes.
Yeah.
The person that we were in front of was so powerful. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like, yeah, so sorry, sorry just said the eyes were something out of this world, a light blue, translucent, and lots of yawning for me, lots of tingles. Catherine says, thank you. It's so beautiful to connect with you both today. Yeah, this was such a powerful session, and there was there was stuff happening throughout the whole session, not just during this short process, but it started as soon as we started the call, right? So
Absolutely.
if you're willing to receive, and if you're sensitive like me, like I said at the beginning, I was like, oh, I wish I could just lie down and receive, because that's like I just wanted to close my eyes, right, and just receive. So this was so powerful, and Tanya had a wonderful nap. Awesome.
That's
So
awesome.
any
Yeah.
any last words of wisdom for us, Donna? That was beautiful, so powerful.
Enjoy. And what brings you joy? Right. So, and if anything, laughter. Find something goofy to watch on Netflix. And just laugh, because it opens the body up, and we clear when we laugh. And it
Yeah,
generates
absolutely.
feel-good hormones too, right? So probably the best medicine out there really is laughter. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And thanks
Yeah.
everybody. This was really amazing. So just in the sharing and the energies that we got to exchange with each other, there's always a reason for groups to come together. And Shefali, you always bring such amazing people. And it's just such a joy to learn, because I learn so much as well. Because I never know what's going to come through. I just engage the mouth.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
You have fun.
Tina, I'm so glad you're feeling better after the process. So good, 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 good. Go back and watch and listen. I think you missed some of it at the beginning. So go back and watch and listen. There was lots of wonderful questions. So everyone, thank you all for your questions, because that brought in so much energy and healing as well for everyone, and wisdom for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Yeah, beautiful. Dragon, very
Oh yeah,
present.
and yeah, don't forget the baby dragon, the dragon egg yet too that we received at the beginning. That I could remember during the process somehow, and then yeah. Gail says, wonderful energy. I felt heat that radiated from my head to my feet. Awesome. Good. So I'm glad you all, really were able to receive from this call, from this session again. But you can obviously go back and watch and listen again. And of course, if you can take advantage of the special offer and work with Donna. So this time, it's not just a one-to-one session with Donna. It's also these 10 powerful recordings that are going to help and support you as well. So please do take a look at that. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Donna. This was great.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed this. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. So and the recording will be out a little bit later today. So stay tuned for that. Watch your emails for that. So until next time, everyone, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.